Hello everybody, this is going to be PsY here for another commentary on Metalopolis, and this is going to be a treat for you guys because it's against Az, also known as LOL. So it's going to be PsY in the right side as the red Zerg against Az in the bottom as the blue Protoss. And Az is a very well-known Protoss player, Australian Protoss player, and he actually got an invitation to the HDH2, so hopefully I can get some vengeance on my Protoss foes. Wasn't able to take the game against In Control, but this is actually quite the matchup here, so you guys should be thoroughly entertained. Got the APM going right now, as with the dreary 38 APM. You need APMs more than anything in the beginning. You should be scrolling all your probes. You should be pressing 4 for your Nexus, scroll 4, scroll 4, scroll 4, doing whatever you can to try to intimidate your opponent psychologically, if not during the game because he can't see your APM, at least after the game when he's watching the replay and realizing how much you can spam, because it really pays off. 9 Overlord, busting out some drones, and I know where he is just because of this extremely fast scout. I know that he's going to be down in this position, so that's immediately where I send my drone. It's always the best place to send your drone anyway, just because that's such a close Protoss player. You want to catch any 2 gates as fast as you can, especially when they have such a short walking distance. And it looks like Az is getting around 11 or 12 gateway right outside of his base here. And I've got my Overlord just kind of chilling around here. I did send him to the southern position just because some Protoss players like to do some proxy gates or anything like that. So I did go 14 extractor and then 14 pool, so I'm going to be getting that quick gas for Zergling speed. Always a good choice, especially when the opponent is this close. I want to be able to get some map control and defend against any quick zealot rushes. Gateway just now finishing, and that probe is determined to take down that giant crystal that somehow powers this building here, which has a spiral on it. Right, so he's chrono boosting that zealot out. He's going to be sending it to me, and the reason he's chrono boosting that and ignoring his economy for the time being, another chrono boost here you can see is saved up, is because he's going to be trying to block me out of my base. Very common strategy, similar to what In Control did to me on Blistering Sands, only In Control was in his own expansion out here. You can't really do it on this map. And Az is outside of my base, and it's not a complete wall, but here is where that zealot comes into play. He's going to be able to fill in this little spot right here so I can't run by with any lings. So the typical Zerg response when someone is doing this to you, which I just now scouted him doing it, is to drop a spine right away, and with your first queen, put down a creep tumor so you can extend your spine and plant it wherever you want. So right now we're going to have a little battle to take this spine, for control of this spine. You'll see he's trying to focus down that spine. 6 slings and a queen, too much for it, and he's trying to dance and do a couple more attacks, but I have quite a few lings. He is sending another zealot, and so it looks like that spine will complete and we'll be able to peck away at these 2 pylons, but this probe is preparing something. What are you preparing, probe? Come on, come on. Oh, 3 zealots now against 8 zerglings. Speed did go down with my first 100 gas, and getting a roach warren as well, just in case I need them to assist against these short range zealots. There's that photon cannon, and if we look at Az's base, he only has, let's see, 18 harvesters right now, so he is heavily invested in blocking me out, preventing any fast expansions, but I'm able to lift up that spine and move it a little bit closer, and it can now stab this pylon, and I'm trying to get a little bit closer so it can stab the cannon as well, or maybe this pylon. But right now it's actually in the perfect position. He can actually snipe both of these pylons and the cannons will not reach it. So you see he's trying to move his zealots up a little bit to get sight of that spine, but luckily it's just out of range. Now putting down a Nexus, still not getting any gas, so if I'm able to fend this off I should be in pretty good position. Sniping that poor creep tumor, which I tried to extend, got it a little bit too far out, and I'm dancing my zerglings back and forth, trying to prevent these zealots from taking down the spine. It's getting pretty low. It does go down, and right here you can kind of tell Az is going to give up on this little blockade. One more zealot getting a little overzealous, and looks like he's going to try to focus that spine. I cancel it. Premature cancel. I do a lot of things prematurely, so I'm going to put that back down just in case I need it if he sends any more zealots. But 1 pylon down, 2 pylons going down, and at this point I know I'm doing pretty good. I'm in a fine position. My harvester count is a little low, down to 13, because I just put down an evolution chamber and another spine, but I have quite a few lings, And if I can get a run by, I don't know what he has down here. All I know is he has an expansion going. If I can get a run by into his main with these speedlings, which I know he will not have the ground forces to deal with, then that would be great. I would deal tons of damage to him just now putting up a cannon and just now getting a cybernetic score. So here come the Lings with their speed, trying to pick up that Zealot. No, they're going to ignore the Zealot, try to get a drone. Not going to go for the drone either, but he was actually stacking his drones at the ramp, and so I couldn't really run up the ramp. I might have been able to get a couple up there, but that cannon would have just been blasting away at me while I was trying to pick up those probes. So Zealot getting a little too overextended, able to pick that off now, and a couple of roaches. A roach horn and only producing 2 roaches, but these are going to be a thorn in Az's side. They are ranged, and when you look at any fortification, this is going to sound extremely nerdy, but like if you take chess for example and you're looking at an opponent's board, you can kind of pick apart their defense and find a weak spot, and this is the first weak spot I found, just standing these 2 roaches a little bit out. You'll see he is getting another Zealot, not getting Stalker right now just because he isn't getting any gas. He is so low on harvesters, and they're just going to be able to pick away at the cybernetic score and take it out. Meanwhile, continuing to mass the Zerglings, looking for an opportunity to run by. Not able to find one just yet, but luckily this core is going to be a great win. Surrounding this Zealot once again, losing about 5 or 6 Zerglings, so I think that's a fair trade. 5 or 6 Zerglings are worth more than 1 Zealot, but because he has so few forces already, it's nice not letting him mass up. Now if we look at my main, still only at 14 harvesters. This expansion is up. I'm continuing to pump and rally Lings. We can see these spines just kind of hanging out. I am getting my first attack upgrade for these Lings. I'm going to be going heavy Lings this game. How many times can I say Lings? And it looks like I might even be getting a couple more roaches, but I need to make something happen because even though I was able to fend this off, take out that cybernetic score, he's still doing great economically. If he can just hold this position right here, he should be doing just fine. But in a moment here, you're going to be seeing another weakness that I spotted in this defense right here. Just kind of take a look at it, and if you can guess what I'm going to do. Another roach being extremely annoying. So far, still producing Zealots. First Stalker coming out, chrono boosting his +1 so he can take down Lings in 2 shots, and his Warp Gate technology. But I noticed this pylon is a little bit too far as well. Trying to snipe that probe, not going to happen. Zealot's getting not on the hold position command. And down goes a Zealot, and I'm going to go back in, finish off that pylon, now run back, try to get some shots on any units he might send out here. But that was the first half of my plan, and if you look at my base, this is the second half. I'm producing a Baneling nest. Can you see it now? Right here. Huge weakness. This pylon was actually powering all 4 cannons. Now he's only powering these 2 cannons with this pylon and these 2 cannons with this pylon. If I can get a Baneling bust on this pylon, these will be unpowered. I can walk up freely with all of these Lings. Notice the harvester count. I need to do something still. 5 roaches as well to support those Lings if need be. And even 2 spines to prevent any kind of counterattack he'll throw at me. So depending on the amount of damage I do here will determine where I'm at in this game. Right now I am behind. Here come the Banelings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them able to take out that pylon, running my Lings straight up. They do have +1 right now. His Zealots do not yet have +1 attack. Able to unpower that forge just in time, picking off some of those stalkers. These probes are running away, and look at the harvester count here. You'll see it drop dramatically here in just a second. 27 to 36. Trying to produce another pylon. These cannons are shooting away at these Lings that are trying to snipe that pylon. Now 27 to 23. So all of a sudden I've taken the lead just from a simple Baneling bust. Now I'm going to be focusing down these other 2 pylons that are powering these 4 gateways and 5 gateways actually, and a Robo Bay. And that's just going to cripple him so much. He's still got these cannons which are quite pesky. I can't really sneak my Lings in there. Can't get a good concave with my roaches. But luckily I was able to damage him so much economically that I'm still in quite good position. And if we look at my main base, I am macro managing as well. I've got 2 geysers going. I've got a lair coming up. I'm saturating my expansion. I have 2 queens. Should probably be spreading some creep out at this point, but still doing quite a bit of damage. more banelings coming out just because he has replaced that pylon, but he hasn't placed another one here. He hasn't placed anyone on the ramp, obviously, because there is just no other way to more secure this position. Maybe get a sentry out, put down some force fields, but he does not have a sentry at this point, continuing to get zealots. Maybe a sentry would have been a good investment to prevent this. Another baneling bust followed by a run by, so doing tremendous damage at this point. Continuing to inject hotkeys for my queens on 5 and 6 for each respective hatchery, and I'm going to try to destroy these pylons once again, so just applying so much pressure. 37 harvesters. I'm mixing in my drones with my lings, trying to balance them out so I have plenty of attacking forces for this bust, and that I stay ahead in economy. So two more zealots, or 3 more zealots going down, but he actually positioned them quite nicely, able to take down a lot of lings. Couple overlords hanging out, a couple roaches as well. The hero roaches, I should say. 1 warp gate, 2 warp gates going down. Looks like a robo bay is going to go down. More zealots being sent in, 2-shotting my lings. These are going to be pretty tough for my lings to handle, so I'm just going to run around and be quite pesky for a while, surrounding this sentry, and let's just run away. Oh, you poor little sucker. So let's just run away. My lair is up, Hydra Den is up, getting my Hydra range, putting down another gas. 47 harvesters, that is crazy saturation, and it seems like I'm just producing all units just based on what you're seeing run around in his base and how much damage my offensive units are doing. 51 to 22 harvesters. If we look at the production tab, getting armor for my Zerglings and Hydras, so they'll only be 3-shotted by these zealots. Getting groove spines for my Hydras, pumping out a couple of Hydras, and okay, I did forget to focus down this warp gate. I actually selected my Zerglings and attacked it, and I assumed it died, but I just in my brain I saw it as dead and I didn't finish it off, so that was kind of a small mistake right there. But at this point I know I have no forces really, and he's going to try a counterattack. So as my lings were dying here, I actually started some spine crawlers, and you'll see they are all done. I have 5 spine crawlers, 4 hydras, 2 roaches, some Zerglings, and they're just going to be way too much for this force. Zealots and sentries is a pretty good force, but adding those 3 spines was an amazing investment, protecting a lead that I obviously have at this point in the game. Now running off 4 gas, and I'm just going to be pumping out massive hydras. He is so far away from any kind of Colossus tech. No robotics facility. He doesn't even have a Twilight Council or anything like that. There we go. Now I'm extending those creep tumors. But if we check out the saturation, very, very nice on this base, and almost too much saturation on this base. But hey, when I pick up a 3rd, that's going to be pretty nice for the transfer. Armor has completed on that evolution chamber. Next upgrade would probably be a 2nd armor upgrade. Could even put down another evo chamber. And you can see my minerals are getting a little bit too high compared to my gas. So what am I doing? I'm sending out a couple lings to snipe these probes I saw running by for a little bit of scouting. And I'm going to put down a 3rd hatchery right here. I could probably even take the high yield at this point just because I have such dominating map control. Overlord speed is up, sending out tons of overlords to poop a creep highway a little bit faster than that creep tumor right there. And you'll notice at every single base I have scouted him. You see the fog of war is gone, and I know that he does not have anything going for him right now. Just still hanging on with that zealot army, that sentry army, and you know, rebuilding a robo bay. But this is pretty much going to be it. My final push here, 0-1 hydras and 1-1 lings, sniping that forge, sniping that gateway, and here we go, sending the lings in afterwards, and this is going to be it, the final battle of the match. It is just so one-sided at this point. If you look at the units, 20 hydras I had, now he has 2 zealots, 19 hydras, 54 drones to his 21 probes. So able to efficiently take this out. And then I went for the harassment route. I could have gone for the eco route, picked up that expansion a little bit sooner, not gotten a lot of links coming down here. But something about his position just didn't seem right. I felt like I could do something to it, and you see right there, those banelings were able to smash through it and just destroy so much in his main. So Az was defeated, yay. And Az is actually in the HGH2, so I suppose if I were to get matched up against someone, I would prefer to get matched up against Az. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Little better play than the In Control game. I think I played pretty well this game. So let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Hello everybody, Psy here with another spectacular commentary on Metalopolis, and this is going to be a treat because it is a good... Oh my god, why am I so gay?